So we are 2-0. Hope he is on my shoulders, obviously. And this hand is a one-lander. It looks really good. We have Herald and Courser, a bunch of other good stuff. Do we want to risk not drawing a second land? Possibly not even a third land. I don't think so. I think our hand is great, but like I said earlier, our deck mulligans pretty well, so we ship it. And this hand is medium. Certainly has a lot of powerful cards, but could use a Silk Wrap or a Herald to speed us up or slow them down, whichever one works. But I have faith. I think we can get there. I think we can do it. So now I kind of know what I'm looking for. Another land is pretty much it. If it can't be a Herald, it might as well be a land. We are playing against a Kibler deck, so kind of good actually that we didn't draw a Herald, just because Dromoka's Command is what well, Herald is what makes Dromoka's Command good against this deck. Otherwise, like, an Edict for Enchantments is actually not that good against us. But when they're able to get a 2-for-1 with it, that's when it really starts giving you the beatdown. So our opponent's on it in the play, off to a pretty fast start. We draw a Herald, but I'm not going to play it this turn. I'm just going to run out the Courser, hopefully do some blocking. And hopefully our opponent doesn't play like Valorous Stance and another creature, or Dromoka's Command and another creature. That would basically be the end of us, I think. But yeah, pressure plus disruption is basically how you're going to lose some games, especially when you're on the draw, especially when you don't have a Silk Wrap, especially when you just don't have any 2-mana card in general. And our opponent simply has some more creatures, so it's certainly good for us. And I don't really want that Krufix's Insight, so I think I might just fetch that away. That seems like a reasonable plan to me. So, could just end up with another Plains. I generally end up being strapped on white mana, so I think that's the best course of action here. Another Herald on top, which is kind of silly. Excuse me. Main deck Gaia's Revenge. You're a crazy person. What is that even good against? Blue control decks basically don't exist. So, I don't know. I don't get it. So I'm going to go ahead and block Courser. You can Monsters Fleece mainline this turn. I guess I could just also block the Warden with the Courser, but then I guess he's obligated to pump it. If he's just going to pump it anyway, I might as well just block that one. So, yeah. And if he lets it die, well, I'm okay with it. So, Krufix's Insight keeps showing up, unfortunately. So, at this point, I'm reasonably certain my opponent does not have a Dromoka's Command, because they probably would have just used it to clear out my Courser. So this turn I could actually play Herald and Eidolon, gain a life. Next turn I'll have 6 mana. So I'm going to need to find something to actually be able to make an Angel with this Sigil. Otherwise I could just play Sigil. But between drawing so many cards and whatnot, I think we'll be okay. But we get another body in play, and we get to draw 2 cards, so I think we should be able to find a Silk Wrap or something similar. So many Krufix's Insights. Get out of here. Get out of here. Opponent's not really doing much of anything. There's the Dromoka's Command. There's the Temple. We'll see what our opponent wants to do here. They are going to keep it. So not leaving up enough to monstrous. I could just double block the Warden. That might actually be good. So next turn, I want to play... If I play Herald, then Sigil, I get to draw a card if I trade away an Eidolon. I think that's reasonable. Don't need a million cards, I just need enough. Alright, free land off the top. Yet another Herald shows up. So, don't really get to do anything with this Sigil, except draw a card. So, another Sigil on top. So, if we live, which it looks like we should be in pretty good shape. Although, our opponent does get to 2-for-1 us with a Dromoka's Command, but I think it's still okay. So, instead of being actual Kibler deck, they have Collected Company, but I think Jacob Wilson played a Singleton Collected Company in his deck list at the Grand Prix last weekend. He certainly did not have a Gaea's Revenge, though, so that's a new one. Let's put Courser on Courser. Ugh, I'm out of control. I feel like I have not played this game very optimally. Maybe I should have just jammed that Sigil as soon as I could. This game probably would have been much closer to being over if that were the case. Ah, well. Next time, perhaps. Maybe we will learn something. Puppy, are you learning? So he's going to fight my Courser and have me sack an enchantment? That does not bode well. So I'll just sack the thing that you're fighting. And that's why Dromoka's Command is only good when you draw this, because you can fight this and make me sack an enchantment. Alright, so opponent has Gaea's Revenge left in hand. Maybe I should have incited first, actually, because I could have found, like, a pair of white enchantments to cast. But I guess, like, I had the Eidolon draw from this, too, so... I shouldn't have played a land. Alright, we're screwing up our sequencing a little bit, but we're doing enough stuff that I don't think it really matters. Yeah, okay. Did not get punished. I think that's good. Hit you with my dorks. Have a million billion angels that we can block with. Yeah, I'll just chump with Herald. Bring Eidolon back. Now we just go off. Doop doop doo doo. Take out this Fleecemane Lion. Play our free land. Next Fleece Ram ain't bad. Bad. Man, so many sheep puns. I'm so good at this. Should take Luis's job. Obviously, gotta be careful not to deck ourselves. Snowcraft would be nice, though. I kind of want that. This should pave the way for lethal attack. I would hope so anyway. Casual 30 Angels. 30 Ollie Antrazi tokens. Excellent. So Nick's Fleece Ram's pretty good in this matchup, pretty good at blocking Fleece Main Lions and whatnot. Do have to watch out for Tragic Arrogance, so we are going to bring in the Elspeths. Could also see bringing in Suspension Field. Krufix's Insight seems a little on the slow end. Could also see an argument for cutting the Heralds, because it's like the only thing that makes their Dromoka's commands really good. So if I just cut these for fields, I think that is probably pretty nice. And we might have a deck. It's possible I don't need these sieges. But then again, it's also possible that they build a pretty big board position, and then we want the one on dragons to machine gun down stuff with Sigil. Conveniently makes 4/4 flyers, so a little bit of synergy there. And away we go. This deck is weird. 5 land sigil is not really what we want. Opponent mulligan, though. Our hand's great. So, we can get the ram out there, start blocking, or we could field it right away. I think I just want to get the ram out there. If he has like a stance or whatever, who cares? Make our opponent skip their turn to kill our sheep. If he has a giant growth, so be it. But nope, just more kittens. And I think Silk Wrap is better than Suspension Field. So we'll use a field to get rid of one of those. I guess now is the spot where you could use Dromoka's command to fight my ram, finish it off, and... No, and if he just has me second enchantment, then I just sack the ram again. So yeah, doesn't actually matter. Ooh, Reclamation Sage. That's a nice one. That is the first piece of actual hate I've had to face off against. So, good ups on my opponent for being somewhat prepared. Hope we draw land. Krufix's Insight. You suck. Just slow our opponent down some more. Sage looks kind of tight. Ugh. Man, why am I so sleepy? It's the puppy. It's her fault. That's not even close to being a land. Alright, now we're falling behind. Pick of the litter, I guess. Silk Wrap, yes. Courser, probably. And I suppose I could take another Courser or a Frontier Siege. Siege might allow me to, like, turbo out some stuff, so I think Siege over the other Courser is correct. Could certainly be wrong. But we're going to end up at 12 life. Opponent only has a couple cards in hand, though, which is pretty nice. If we make our land drops, we're going to be in it, for sure. So I actually have to get there, which is the tough part. If our opponent doesn't play another threat, we should be good. Unless it's a collected company, then we might be very bad. Trying to figure out a way that makes my sequencing a lot better. I guess it's Eidolon, but Eidolon doesn't block very well. If I play Courser this turn, I gain a life and I get a shot at a free land. But then next turn, say I have 5 mana, I play Frontier Siege, go to main B, then I can play Silk Wrap. That's not the worst ever. So yeah, I think I want this just to block and gain the life. Another Elspeth is definitely not what I need. And if my opponent goes like Collected Company into Arrogance or whatever, yeah, we're in some trouble. Opponent picks up another Lion and a Dragon Slayer, so about average. And opponent can attack me for 8 through my blocker. So we'll see what happens. Kind of need this Courser. Block the Slayer. That's all I really can do. So down to 5. Hopefully hit a land here. Morph. Land! Not the Blossoming Sands. Come on! Brutal. Brutal. So go up to 7, could play Eidolon, or I could just Silk Wrap this. I think we just want to Silk Wrap. Well, I don't know. What kind of morph could this be? Am I really that worried about a Den Protector? Sort of, not really. I'm kind of more worried about the Lion. Oh, Blossoming Sand, so brutal. Yeah, because if I don't take out the Lion, I have to block the Lion, then he can just Monstrous and kill my stuff. At least if I do the Lion, and this is a Den Protector, I guess it could be a Raptor. That would leave me dead on board as well, because I'll have to block the Sage. But yeah, I'm gonna hit the Lion. Guess if this is a Den Protector, then I might want to kill it to protect my Elspeth. So a lot of considerations all around, really. Another Rex Sage, and we're dead. That one came off the top, boys and girls. Otherwise, it would have killed me last turn. So, stumbling a little bit. That is the death of us. It was indeed a Den Protector. Well, despite Dromoka's command, maybe I actually want the Herald so I don't fall behind. Seems like kind of a beating, though. I mean, I am on the play this game, but... kind of just need to not die, you know? One land? No! Not like this. Alright, this hand's fine. By fine, I mean great. Well, if I draw a Courser, I would just play Eidolon anyway, so... I don't see a point to necessarily getting that second green source out there. Maybe we want the Heath to shuffle away something later, so yeah. So, Dromoka's command would be a beaten. Hopefully that does not happen. Herald's definitely helping. I mean, we're casting our spells in a timely manner. I guess also that turn maybe I could have cast Suspension Field, or alternatively cast nothing. To not give our opponent a good Dromoka's command. Yep. That's beats. Let's get this thing off the table here. Could have played Courser that turn too, I guess. And then next turn played Insight and Suspension Field. This way I'm not really using my mana very efficiently. Goblin Piker in the house. We'll get our land for free. Definitely don't want this forest and don't want to go to crack my fetch and have him kill in response. We just take unnecessary damage, so fetch again. And we have the ram. Thankfully, I have Crewfix's Insight as an engine also. I will block. Yeah, that's right. Alright, free land. Elspeth on top. Not going to play the Insight. And not going to attack either. I don't really see any point. I hit him for 2. He hits me back into the thing. Oh, Jesus. That is a magic card. Our opponent, this opponent is prepared. They know what's up. However, let's see if they can deal with the Sun's Champion. See if they have a Glare of Heresy also, or perhaps a Mana Tithe. God, back to nature, man. So hateful. Eventually that Warden might become an issue. Hopefully it doesn't really get to that point. Maybe we can insight into a removal spell. I mean, we do have 12 of them now, so... Alright, not even sending. I'm down with that. Alright, we get a pick. Sigil, Sigil, Silk Wrap. I think I'm supposed to take out this morph so he can't Den Protector back to nature. Could just be a bluff. It was not. Could run out the sheep, but I want a cheap thing to make an angel with next turn, so I'm fine with that. And our Elspeth plan looks to be pretty good. This is one-woman army. Man, get Dramoka's Command 2 for 1, Back to Nature 3 for 1. Still in it. How wild is this? Now my opponent's like, well, what the hell? How do I beat an Elspeth? Well, got bad news for you. You probably don't. Warden might do something, so we'll just quad up. Guess it doesn't really play in anything, so if he has command, you can just put a counter on it and have something else fight. But, whatever. That at least means that he can't use his mana this turn to level it up. So then I have another turn to fade before he can start putting counters on it, which is good. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Pretty sure this is just the desperation attack. Turn Elspeth came down and was like, alright, we'll play cool. We'll play cool. We're not going to attack, you know. Sack and enchantment. Alright. You get back your face-up DP. Kill your Warden, and you keep your Dragon Slayer alive, so... Yeah, I think it probably would have been better if they just did it the other way. Alright, now we have an Angel token. So that should do some work. Elspeth is on 7, potentially ready to ultimate. If we get back to nature, do we have a backup Sigil? We did get back to nature. Dear God, that's a lot of hate. At least 2 Sages, at least 2 Back to Natures, at least 2 Dromoka's commands. There's a lot of happenings. Dude, I'm gonna block your Lion. I'm just gonna do it. You can't stop me. Alright, if Den Protector's attacking, then I'll just block that with Angel. These seem like good blocks. Probably hold on to the Sigil until we play an enchantment, and luckily enough, what do you know? We drew an enchantment. How unbelievably lucky is that? I think we need more soldiers before we can realistically use the emblem. Not nearly enough in play quite yet. Three Back to Natures. Yeah, okay. Back to Nature, meet Elspeth. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Love it. Absolutely love it. That is such an unreasonable amount of Back to Natures. It amuses me. Oh no, not a Death Mist Raptor. Exile the Raptor, I guess, since it's kind of in my way. Meh. Urbutter coming, and you're dead next turn. What you got for me? Oh, Elspeth of your own. Well, you're a little tardy to the party. Fortunately, if they both come in Elspeth, we have to go chump chump, and then we only have 13 damage next turn. But we can make an emblem. Can draw some cards, make some more angels. Kill your Elspeth, kill you next turn. And what the hell, kill all your permanents. Three Back to Natures, a Den Protector, 2 Dromoka's commands. Not even close. Not even close to winning. Elspeth, thank you. You are great. I'm sorry you're dead now. What, was that a spoiler? I mean, it's been like 2 years. So anyway, currently 3-0. Deck appears to be quite good, despite stumbling and mulliganing and all that fun stuff. So hopefully we can take down round 4 and get all the prizes.